So when somebody's died, it can be really hard for anybody to acknowledge. Everybody gets a bit worried that if I ask them how they are or mention that person, that child's going to cry. My biggest advice to anybody working with a bereaved child is to be brave enough to just acknowledge and mention it. That person will be on that child's mind all of the time. And what I would say is if they do cry in front of you, then that's a real gift you've given them to be able to express their emotion, because bottling it up all day long at school can be really, really tough. So if nothing else, acknowledge and mention it to the child. And it's giving children choice around what they want to happen. And if school can allocate a person, a specific member of staff, to be that person that the child knows that they can go to, that's brilliant. I mean, children often seek out the teachers or the dinner ladies or the play support that they feel comfortable with. But knowing that there is an allocated person that feels comfortable enough to speak to a child about what's happened is really important. Once you've acknowledged what a child's going through, it's really important to give them some choice, but actually think about what's going to be important to them. For example, if they get overwhelmed during a lesson, it's actually knowing where to go to and how to deal with that moment. So quite often we encourage schools to have a red card, so they don't have to tell the rest of the class that they're about to cry, but actually they can just show that teacher the red card, which allows them to go to a safe space. That can be to go and find another teacher, or to just go outside the classroom and just kind of compose themselves. But it's about, every child is very different, but it's about giving them the options so that they feel a little bit more in control at that time, and just giving them an escape, because grief can be so heavy for a child. It's just really important to have options.
Ask the child how they want to be supported. For example, they might like to do a bit of circle time with their peers. Gives them the opportunity to talk about how they're feeling, and also gives their friends an opportunity to ask questions as well. If they feel comfortable talking about that, that's really beneficial. Be aware of special significant dates such as birthdays and the anniversary of when they passed away. You may see some changes in behaviour as well. And if you don't, still ask them if they're okay. Just a little thumbs up, or just a tap on the shoulder, just an acknowledgement that this might be a tough day and actually we're here for you if you need us.
It's really important to recognise that with the changes that are going on for that child, their concentration may not be fully on their work at that time, and with the busyness at home, they may not have the time or the mental capacity to be doing homework. So it's really important to show some flexibility, make sure that your academic expectations for that child aren't too much at that time. Check in and ask them. If it's too much, then you can lessen the load, and make sure that you're not adding too much pressure to that child at that time.
We often get asked by parents, what do I say if I don't know the answer? And we always say it's okay to not have all the answers. And as teaching staff, everything you do is about education and teaching a child. And so it can be really difficult to say, I don't know the answer to that. But what we do encourage is actually having that conversation and saying, I don't know, but this is how we might be able to find out. So at least the child feels heard. And
please remember that you're important in all of this too, and it can be really tough and very challenging when you're dealing with a bereaved child. So know your own limitations and seek support, and self-care is really important for you to be able to do your job.